breaking news.
We will leave no stone unturned because we are not going to allow this to go on in our city.
Breaking news right now, a series of package explosions strike fear across Austin. 3 packages have exploded in 10 days, killing 2 people and injuring 2 others. Austin police, the FBI, and ATF are all investigating.
Right now, law enforcement is warning people to call 911 if they receive a package they're not expecting.
This morning's explosion comes just 10 days after the original explosion on Haverford Drive. That's about a 20-minute drive from today's explosion on Oldfort Hill Drive. Today's second explosion happened on Galindo Drive, which is about 12 miles from the first explosion.
CBS Austin's Jordan Bonke is live at the scene of that second explosion. Jordan, these are all believed to be related.
Yeah, this is the second explosion today. Alcohol, tobacco, and firearms have actually sent extra resources down from Dallas here to Austin to continue and expand this investigation. This also happened at a home like the other two today, and then another one 10 days ago. Brian Manley said this was just a normal package similar to the other 2. The 911 calls here came in at around 11:50, just before noon today. The victim in this case is a 75-year-old Hispanic woman. She's in critical but stable condition, we're told by police, and we're also told that she came out of her home, she found a package, she picked it up, and that is when it exploded. Police still can't identify a motive, and they do not know if there's a link between victims. Some neighbors that we spoke with a little bit earlier, right when we got out here, told us about the force of the bomb when it went off.
Explosion of the package, it like broke her door, and because the door's like glass, it cut her face, and then my mom said that her leg was cut up too, and it looked like it was broken, and her fingers like came yeah, it was bad.
Now, Brian Manley, the interim police chief with Austin Police, did say that they do believe right now that these could be related, but he stopped short of calling it a serial bomber. We're live tonight in Southeast Austin. Jordan Bonke, CBS Austin News.
Thanks, Jordan. As we said, today's first explosion on Oldfort Hill Drive. That one killed a teenager and injured a woman.
CBS Austin's Courtney Shoneman spent the day on the scene looking into the similarities between the now 3 porch explosions. Courtney?
Yeah, and today Austin police are not only pointing out the similarities, but they say they believe all 3 of these cases are related. Now, Police Chief Brian Manley says he does not think that these packages are being delivered by a legitimate mail carrier. He thinks that someone is dropping them off in the middle of the night while people are asleep. When residents wake up and find them, they explode.
Female screaming that something exploding, asking for eating sound in the background. Sounds like a fire alarm.
Austin Police Chief Brian Manley says Monday, one of the residents picked up a package on the front doorstep of their East Austin home and brought it into the kitchen. That's when it exploded, killing a 17-year-old boy and injuring a woman in her 40s. Nearby homes evacuated as the FBI and ATF canvassed the neighborhood, making sure there were no more threats.
Everybody been calling. You all right, you know. And we like, yeah, we're all right. It's not too far from home.
Police Chief Brian Manley says Monday's incident is similar to a March 2nd package explosion that killed a man about 11 miles away. Police are investigating them as related.
I just thought it was random because you never know. Austin's changing.
Investigators are looking for any connection the victims may have in common, as well as the motive behind the crime.
Is there any specific ideology behind these offenses or any type, as I mentioned, a possible hate crime or anything? We're not saying that there is, but at this point we're looking at any possible avenue.
Michael and Rosalind Hargis have lived on Oldfort Hill Drive for decades.
I've been here since '67, so I've been here a while, and I know it's definitely changed the last 5 years immensely.
And say they're now on high alert as they pray for the victims.
And my heart goes out. You see, I'm in tears now.
Now, it's been 10 days since the first deadly package explosion on March 2nd, and today, APD Interim Police Chief Brian Manley says that they have been able to determine what that first bomb was made of, but they are not going to detail that information while they continue to investigate these new cases. Now, both this case this morning as well as that March 2nd explosion are being treated as homicides and are being investigated with the help of the U.S. Postal Inspector, the FBI, and the ATF. Reporting live in East Austin, Courtney Shoneman, CBS Austin News.
Austin police are still trying to find out who is behind the first explosion from earlier this month. Again, they do see similarities in all three. Neighbors who live near the home on the first explosion site tell CBS Austin Jordan Bonke and Christian Flores tonight they're nervously watching today's news unfold. Christian?
That's right, and today's explosions have been on everyone's minds out here. I'm going to go ahead actually and step out of the way so you can take a closer look at the home that, as at the beginning of all of this, you can see that the front door is still boarded up, serving as a reminder of that deadly explosion just 10 days ago. Neighbors here tell me after today's explosions, they're even more scared now than they were then. That explosion killed 39-year-old Anthony House. APD originally ruled this case a homicide, then backed off shortly after, calling this a suspicious death. Today, they've ruled it a homicide again after seeing similarities among all three explosions. They're working with the FBI and ATF to get to the bottom of this. Neighbors do not want to go on camera or be identified, but they say they have been extra careful before picking up any packages delivered to their home after the explosion here. But after today, they're even more worried. They say they're scared this might be random and not targeted like they previously thought. And police have been urging what neighbors here have been doing, and that is to take extra caution when it comes to packages that are being delivered. Neighbors here also tell me they do plan on organizing a meeting to get on the same page and to try to get more answers from APD. Reporting live, Christian Flores, CBS.